He's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Sims. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing, Osweiler. John Randall dropping the hammer. 21-0 our score after 1. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. He'll take this deep in his own territory. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense not able to believe their good fortune probably. 1st and goal at the 2. They come out here in the eye. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Marvin Harrison, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson going to throw again. Out to his left. And he will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd down, it's Sims. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Play action. It's Osweiler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Right. 51. Mike 51. Coming.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Rolling to his right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he hauls it in the touchdown, San Francisco. Walter Payton, 39 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. John Randall, his second sack of the night. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Down. 60 outlaw. 42.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly...
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They run it here with Edmonds. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 45 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
On the
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They just yielded a touchdown on the other end. Now they'll be trying to answer the bell and get a score of their own.
It's their opportunity to match. Can they do exactly what they just saw happen to them? Go down the field and score a touchdown. And to me, the best way to do it, look at your play sheet, coordinator, and call plays for guys who make the best plays for you. Go to the guys that you know can get the ball down to the end zone.
Again, they run with Sims. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Osweiler. That's complete into the hands of A.J. Derby. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for New England. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. 56 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll run it again with Sims. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And not much happening there, not much at all. They'll get to it and down it, but at the 35-yard line.
At the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sims, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a lemon of a kick there. This is going to be spotted down right on the 30-yard line.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with it punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
They go play action with Osweiler. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for New England. To return is Taylor. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready up. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. That one complete to Okoye. Past the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian Okoye, 46 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to
Can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. Ed Reed comes flying in from safety for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Osweiler. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during this.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elam on here for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to...
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Keith Bullock. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and for the third time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Osweiler, and they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Ready. Mike 51. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On first down, Edmonds. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elam now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Mean Joe Green busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Third and long, it's Osweiler. Mean Joe Green drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for New England. Oh, they're on him too quick. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And you don't see this one very often, but that one was blocked, deflected, whatever you want to call it, and they were able to pick it up and advance it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a punter with the heels of your shoes in the back of that end zone, tough spot to be in. The nightmare scenario plays out. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover.
Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Elam on here for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get under pressure? They got him again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and abundant. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Osweiler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Elam now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Mean Joe Green in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion.